So you still owed her money. So you should have paid her. Deducted it and paid her. Because that's what I'm going to do. But I'm deducting the amount of damage that you did to his car.
Can you hear from my witness? Because she was there, and I did not kick the body of his car. I sounded the alarm and kicked the tire of his car.
Sure.
You know what? At no time, she did not touch any paneling of his car.
Yeah, where were you?
I was in the car.
In which car?
In the truck.
In the truck.
And two other guys were getting her stuff.
And where was the truck?
The truck was in the street.
Okay, and where was his car?
His car was kind of half up the driveway, kind of slanted.
That's a lie. It was in the garage.
Yeah.
It wasn't completely in the garage.
Okay, but it was partially in the garage.
Right.
And it was dark.
It was dark.
And it was dark.
But yet there was a light on, and she did sound the alarm on purpose.
Right.
But she is a very bright young lady, and she would not do that. She didn't want any problems. She was disgusted by him.
Listen to me. Listen to me. If she didn't want any problems, she wouldn't have sounded the alarm.
She was upset, but she didn't want any further complications.
So listen to me. If she was a very smart young lady, she would have come and picked up a table, a tennis racket, put it in the car, and leave. She didn't do that. Right? Smart young lady would have done that. Sit down.
Your Honor, the damages to that car, they could be anything, the damages on that car. There was damage to his car before this.
That's not true.
Yes, it is true.
Madam, you kicked his car.
I kicked the tire.
Nothing that you're going to tell me is going to make me change my mind that you didn't, in fact, kick the car. Because if you weren't so angry, then you wouldn't have wanted to just set the alarm off on the car to get him up and out of the house. Because if you knew that by getting close to the car and kicking the tires, the alarm was going to go off, you had to know that he was going to come running out to see what was wrong with his car.
Exactly.
Right? Now, if you didn't want a confrontation, then there was no reason to do that, right?
And there was no
Just
confrontation.
Just a second. If you didn't want a confrontation, then what did you set the alarm? If I believed you, which I don't, but if I believed you, what did you kick the car tires for in order to set off the alarm, but to create a problem?
So he would know I came to get my stuff.
Perfect. You get credit for $750. I don't like when people lie to me. You're going to pay this loan off right now?
Yes.
Good. You still owe her $250, sir. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. I'm giving you credit for the $750 damage you did to the car. Deducting that from the $1,000 that you still owe her, that's $250.
And my interest, which is $300?
Well, I don't think you have interest, because if his mother gave you $500 right away, I assume that you put that to the loan right away. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And you're going to be paying another $250 right away. So you're not taking this loan out over a period of how many months? 36 months.
It's already been a year.
Right. Now it's a year. So, but you've already paid a substantial portion of it, haven't you?
Okay, what about the interest on the rest?
There shouldn't be much more of an interest. Maybe another $50.
Okay.
Maybe another $50. He's already paid $750 in May to have his car fixed.
That's not to mention the fact that I was without a car for a week while the car was in the shop.
Whatever. Whatever. I will add another $50 on for the interest. You owe her $300, sir. Don't take money from women.
Trust me, I regret this big time.
Don't take money from women. I don't know if that's a lifestyle, but it's not a smart thing to do. And as far as you're concerned, you want to get mad, go into the room, I don't know, yell at the mirror. But kicking his car cost you $750. That's all.
Pardon, excuse you may step out.